Guys, this is the story of our main character Wang Shu, who within 10 years has passed her immortality phase cultivation realm, and after which she becomes the most powerful scientist of her younger generation, and at the same time, she and even her fiancé crushes her completely by taking out her heart from inside her body and giving her such a painful death that our Wang Shu never imagined that his heart did not exist yet, and after which our Wang Shu met a person who would get him to revive his heart, but he made a contract with our Wang Shu, after which in the starting scene of this series of ours we see the scene of the divine realm, and well, here we see Wang Shu in the form of us and who she was preparing for her wedding, and then neither do we see her friend who comes here and puts the bracelet inside her hand, and Wang Shu comes and looks at the bracelet. She says that she is much more beautiful and lose one, and then neither do we look at the princess from late, that is, neither does our Wang Shu feel that that man deserves you who till now is just Vitus. He is reached only by face, but here we see Wang Shu and those who couldn't stop him start saying no, you are not at all like that about Fingy. He is not at all as pious as before, and the Wang Ju is also not so pious, but here we see his sister, and to whom he started saying that you have become very mischievous, and yes, you and her, but everything is not right about her, and where we see that Wang Ju is there or his father is not enough here. Why did he start crying, and we Wang happily try to see? And which is not you, why did you start crying like this? And you come and he too would not be able to see his daughter getting married like this, and well, at the same time we are shown the scene of Panal Min Era clan and what seems to be literally very beautiful, we do not see it in the very next scene. Who also see, and well, they have reached here and all these people are also longing from the Demon Hunting Bureau, which means that their job is to hunt the demons, and as they come here, our Wang Shu's clan master also sent them along. Here we see the overview of the entire wedding ceremony, and here we also see our Wang Shu's lover, and here we also see our Wang Shu's lover. And here Panna also sees our Wang Shu's lover, and here, taking Pan as witness, she honors both of them as husband and wife, and Joe starts saying to both of them that from now on, both of you will explore big mysteries, seek internationality, and take your respective sex to even greater heights, and along with this, here you will find the same lineage as Nazida, both of them, which is not yours. Then they start saying to both of them that both of you put your penis inside this compass, and just like here you two people are not drunk, that if you put a joint inside this, then whatever are your fates, whatever is your destiny, these will come together and which will combine with each other, and well, we see Wang Ju who starts moving forward and starts saying that I would always like to live with Wang Shu, and who drops his blood directly inside the same compass of dignity, and Wang Shu also moves forward and starts saying no matter what the difficulty, no matter what the danger, we both will remain separated from each other like that, and we will never leave each other for thousands of years, and the one who says this drops his blood directly inside the same compass. And well, that's why here we see that as if she dips her ball inside that Deshanity compass by making an uppercut on her finger, nor does it move towards the body, then we can neither see the same ball inside her hand nor from inside the bracelet, a demonic energy comes out towards the outside. Not only that, it had gone inside her body through the cut present on her finger, and here we see like as if those demonic energies could not spread inside his body. When we start talking about that demonic spirit which Anna had completely suppressed thousands of years ago and started telling to Van Su and Wang Shechu, to which Na started telling Wang Shu that I have no idea about it, in the end, they start telling him that here are some of the things that have been captured in the past few years and are their decay. In intense pleasure she sees the demonic energy and it starts to spread from Renault's body, and then here Panna sees us another percent, and Joe's Velna takes out his sword and starts saying make Joe the young leader from Heist, but we look at Wang Shu and Joe, not listening to all these people, start saying no, I have not done that, I have never done demonic arts. Didn't cultivate, and Wang Shu is a child of pain because of pain, otherwise we can't help it at all, and so people called it a Guinness, and in fact it cultivates demonic arts. And on the other hand, Wang Shu is nothing but the demonic spits that were given to him by Mao Lujuan, and which starts searching for Na Lujuan here, and we see now Wang Shu and Zhou had searched for Lujuan and Zhou had started looking in the same direction, but here we Lujuan because after all you did this to me, and Zhou started moving towards him, but then here we neither see the same members of the Demon Hunting Bureau nor Zhou started saying to Wang Shu that there is no Demon Hunting Bureau here and you are doing this recklessly. You should not behave at all, and look at Valen, she is young and she is also happy here, and then we see the same member of the Demon Hunting Bureau, and Zhou Kemi Delet gives all the companions of all of us here and quickly catches this girl to Loki, she cultivates the demonic Rs, and Val we look at Wang Shu and Zhou start saying oh, which means you all people have gathered here. Wang Shu is there, she is with her sword and starts fighting with everyone. Val Valen takes his sword and begins to pierce it directly inside Wang Shu's body. Organs Noten has pierced his swords directly inside him, and Val here we see Wang Shu and he moves away from behind, emitting blood, but we see him as a demonic sprite and the profession itself is outside. had moved towards the side, and where we see Wally her peeler and who is moving towards the fire and who makes her reluctant with the peeler, which we see as Wangshu comes. She starts writhing in pain, and Val. Then here we see the same member of the Demon Hunting Bureau who neither moves towards the fire nor started saying to our Wangshu that a girl like you nor Joe's demonic arms. And after all, how can she send herself to such a state, and who uses her immortal binding lightning directly and sends a lot of lightning directly inside our Wangshu's body? But we look at Wangshu, and Joe, who was chilling here due to pain, started saying that no, I have never done demonic Rs and demonic cultivation. But we see Yen King Fai and who started saying to Wangshu that he should be admitted. But then not only here we see Wangshu's brother, and who does not take many members, he had come directly in front of the prisoner, and well here we see Wangshu and who as Ina looks at her brother, looking at him he started saying, Shanhai, is you right, I don't care like this at all, our father will have to search for us. But we see his brother and who started saying to Wangshu that no sister, I can't leave you here alone like this at all, and who started saying to all the people that no, Wangshu is not a demon. He has never cultivated that demonic earth at all. But then here we see the same ladder of sect, looking at us, looking at the mast, and which are here. But when we come along, we started telling Shanhai that you should leave from here and you don't know anything about it. And where we look at Shanhai and Joe start saying to Yuder Sima, after all, why are you trying to surrender Wangshu like this? Well, here we look at the master of the sect of our Wangshu, and Joe starts saying that Wangshu does not cultivate demonic art, and who, by the way, should only suffer death from him, and who, while gathering his powers, spreads his many veins here, and who had captured all the people, and who, here, immediately orders him to do this demonic art as soon as possible. Then Radha becomes numb after seeing him and starts writhing in pain, and well, we see the same members of the Demon Hunting Bureau, and who very brutally slaughtered all the people, and Wangshu neither sees all these people as no, this could never have happened. And on the other hand, here neither we nor of the sect nor look at the same master, that is, neither of our Wangshu nor of the sect nor look at the master of the same and the one who had taken away the honor of his own lineage, but the one who has the glory started saying that no, my sister is not a demon, she has never cultivated the demonic arts. Well, we look at the same Elder Sima and those who start saying that even now, you are not trying to get admitted here, and those who take emollients and increase their powers even more here, whatever revenge they have, they directly parse them inside the body of Shanhai, and in this way, this guy has ruined our Wangshu as his brother, who was killed in a very brutal manner in front of his eyes. And as we see, Joe is killed in front of his eyes, and then we see Wangshu and Joe's well has come in deep, and Joe's hands start to move out with the same needles, and Joe's QI energy is inside her body. Jaina is trying to reverse them, and well then here we see Wangshu and he literally unleashed such a powerful aura that everyone gets thrown back. And then here we say that you should not cross your limits like this, and well here we see the same personal, and those who do not use their lightning attribute are the same as ours. We started moving towards Wangshu, but we look at Wangshu and Joe start saying no, Vance GOC, then it's okay, you take care of yourself and say no with us. Suddenly from there the two go away, and Wally looks at the members of Nayu's demon hunting heroes here, and Joe remains stunned, and well we look at all her relatives who are members of her family. They had been slaughtered right in front of her eyes, and she was seeing all those dead bodies in front of her eyes, and when she looked through the door of the palace, she saw such a scene which she would never have imagined even in her whole life, and if she had called out for her dad, she would have just finished towards him. And well here we found Wangshu. And just like her father, the entire deprived area was covered with cool energy, and then here we see another personal, and he was carrying his sword and started moving towards our Wangju, and well, the name of this personal is Lin Fing, and which is the same as Na Errol Stay Na Humnathake, or look at Na Lod Val Shu, or well it is revealed to Joe that some guy has betrayed our clan as well, and Joe begins to tell her that you have betrayed us like this too. But we look at Lin Fing and Joe begins to say to Wangshu that yes, you do cultivate the demonic arts here, and you can't underestimate your own FA either, but because of this demonic spit, her powers are quite ridiculous. Has subsided and would have reached here anyway. And where we see Lin Fing here and who starts saying to Wangshu that he uses his father's covers, and you have taken no, but you have slaughtered the priests to attack. But here we see Wangshu, but here Anna looks at all of us and Joe moves straight towards us to attack Wangshu, but we see Wangshu here, we all have one day of revenge, sure enough, and while saying this, she unleashes the mist power in her intense immortality, and by the way, we see Rox here who has a very big ice cream and who covered it too. But in the scene where we use our powers, we see Wangshu, who was trying to escape from here, and who was literally so much. She was injured so much that blood was emitting from her bad body itself, so we can see that, and who was trying to escape from here. Well, we see Wangshu and who, despite being literally so injured, Benna was able to counter its attack. But then we see this very person and who summons the 1,000 of halberds here. Here is our Wangshu's door. He sends him off and goes to Aries Moment and asks Wang Shu to crush him here, but we see Wang Shu and Zhou was badly injured and Zhou was trying to escape here, so please show me why you are not running away now. And at Zhou's place he says this, but the next moment Wang Shu stood up from back and Zhou's veil said to everyone. They start saying that you all want to slaughter me, so I will be killed today along with all of you, and Zhou gives a terrifying look while saying that you are the only one who should not behave with us like this nor recklessly, but otherwise we will slaughter you here along with your husband. And while saying this, Zhou Wenjue is the one who says this to Wang Shu by using his lightning powers. He feels that if you want to save yourself then you should slaughter your father, and then he said, "That's it." Neither can she fight at all, and while saying this, she attacks our Wang Shu's upper body with the edge of her halberd, and where we see, she pierces her halberd directly inside the same forehead, and just like that, it gets shattered by that bundle of Pori Ji, and where we see Wang Shu, all that starts saying to Wang Shi, and Wang Shu starts saying to Wang Shi, that is, you should immediately become a slave here and you should not worry about me at all. But on the other hand, the one who is King Fai here starts saying to both of them, and literally these are the fathers, they are very depabus, and in holding them, the one who was Wang Shu, was also spending a lot of life energy and started saying to the Wang Jiu that he immediately said yes to you, and where we see that evil energy started emitting from his body towards the outside in a very intense love. And well, then we see Wang Jiu and who had started moving towards Wang Shu, and then Jia and Zhou look at Wang Jiu, and only a little bit will have to be tolerated anyway, no, after a while your pen will finish it completely. And while this guy says this, then Wang Shu's herd looks at Wang Shu and Zhou's body starts vomiting blood here, and then we see Wang Jiu and Zhou is lying unconscious, and we look at Wang Jiu and Zhou moves towards the fire and pushes the back of Wang Shu away from us, and well, where we see Wang Shu's body and which is behind us. She started falling inside the ditch, and Val was looking at all these people and how her own people had slaughtered her with your own hands. Well, here we see this same person, and who is not only a different level of prot and the one who recreated many ice lashes and not all of them. Vance G started saying to her that, oh, what is the matter that you did not hurt her? First by separating it from its body, you also made it vanish, and now you have destroyed it too. You have to admit that you were the one who was slowly fading away and falling towards the bottom, and then I saw a lot of energy emitting from Wang Shu's body, and that energy spread here and blossomed into a flower, and I never expected that something like this could happen to you and neither to us. He starts saying to Wang Shu that I am the one who has the cultivation of thousands of years, I am now going to share it with you so that we can see you, and who opens his well and opens his ice. Looking at this dragon, he started saying, after all, who are you? And where we see the same asteroid, and inside which our Wang Shu's body is present in whatever color it may be, a mist bower had come out in the innermost moat that he has woven the whole of the entire universe from parts to parts. The scene cuts with this, we are not here, I have heard this in the familiar for the sake of grit, and we have not been told anything, we are not here in the same place, we are waiting for the next four, and in the middle of the screen, we are getting ready and doing whatever we want to show. Here we see Wang Shu and Zhou starts moving towards the fire in this area, and where we also see her ball, and Zhou is literally present everywhere she passes, and with it we see Wang Shu here, and Zhou is moving forward and has reached near a cherry blossom tree, and well, here we see Wang Shu, and who is so much the life force that is there is as if it is being exhausted, it is becoming so low, it is turning downwards in an uncontrollable way here, but then here we do not hear a voice, and it starts saying to our Wang Shu that nothing is impossible in this world, and there are such opportunities through which you can neither fulfill your wishes nor can you fulfill them. There is nothing here or in the world which you cannot achieve without seeing, and well, here we are not a mystery. Similarly, we look at the person whom we see, and those who are Wang Shu also start saying, who are you after all? And well, we look at the same person who has reached our Wang Shu and starts saying to the one who has not, that from my skin you want to achieve a thing which is impossible, but then without you, you can trade anything with me, i.e. you can trade anything with me, that is, to achieve it you will not have to give me anything. You can give it where we are, but what will you give me in return? Well, Wang Shu, who is neither towards him, raises his hand and says, I will give you my life in return, and my boons and my balls, neither I sign them nor you as a contract, so that we can close this deal, and with this episode ends here. Thanks to you watching, goodbye, take care.